Yo, what up? What's cracking with y'all, man? What's good with you, Raider Nation? Hey, 53-man roster drop today. You know what I mean? I know y'all done seen me on two shows. You done seen me on SC earlier with him and Raider Twan, and you saw me do a simulcast with my boy Raider Gabe at 420. And now it's time for me. So let's get this motherfucking show cracking. Y'all ready? Let's get into it.
The following film is presented in its complete theatrical version. It was rated R by the MPAA and may not be appropriate for children under 17.
Well, did you, huh? Did you? Nah, ladies and gentlemen, what's good with you, man? It's your boy Dirty Live in the building. And as I said earlier, you know what I mean? The 53-man has dropped. 53-man roster has dropped. We now know who is a part of this team. I will advise you not to get too hostile too early. Things can change and more than likely will. But before they change, we're going to talk about what we have, and we're going to put a grade on it. But to help me tonight, I have some special guests that might pull up. I know for a fact I got a special guest backstage right now. We are going to run back the show from last night. But now we know exactly what it is we have. So we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it. We're going to grade it. And then we're going to call it a night. I'm only here for an hour 30 tops, but more than likely just an hour. I don't want to run it into the ground, but I do want to talk about it. But to talk about it with me, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage a good, great friend of mine. Good, great. I don't know if y'all know what a good, great is, but a good, great friend of mine. This gentleman is new to this. Well, he's not new to YouTube, but he's new with his own channel. It's flying up the charts. Y'all need to give my brother over the hump, show him some love, show him some respect. And yeah, you know, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the creator of Yes Sir Outdoors, your outdoor needs for fishing, camping, or whatever. Also the inventor of brown crackers. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw him earlier today on SC's show where they simulcast together. You've seen him on a show with me and Raider Gabe today. And I'm not sure if he was on Lowe's show or not. I didn't get to watch the whole show like I wanted to. But ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage my boy, my brother, the chaplain of NWA, Raider Twan. What's good, Twan?
Hey, what's good? What's good? I'm, I can't get enough of this newness we got. We got the, say what they say, take off the rap and I'm out here brand new. You know what I'm saying? We got the 53 out here legit. You know what I'm saying? We've been speculating for I don't know how long.
And how long, bro? It's been like a kid on Christmas Eve all day, bro.
Yeah.
Been waiting all day for these dudes to go ahead and just release the roster, let us know who's on the team, bro. They want to drag their feet and take forever, like a man who don't want to get married, bro. Just take forever, bro. Just forever.
Like, but y'all got cold feet or what?
With you, man? Let me. Or what, bro? Let's get some shots out to the people that's in the building. I see my boy Raider Kojo came in with a long ass essay. He popped in. He ain't even with a salute or nothing. Well, he did salute. He started off with a salute. Went straight into complaining. Straight into complaining. Love my brother. What's good with you, man? Joel E. What's good with you, man? Shouts out to you. Raider Romeo. What's good? What it do, man? Anthony Estrada, my dude. What's good with you? Robert Pena, my guy. What's good, man? Hope all is well. Thomas Hernandez, my dude. What's good with you, man? Hope you're doing well. Anthony Estrada in the building. What's up, Anthony? How you doing, man? Hope all is well. Raider Pete in the building. What's good with you, Pete? Hope all is well. Hope you're doing good, man. All eyes on G, my guy. What's good with you, man? D Minister, man in the myth, the legend. What's good with you, man? Hope you're doing good. I'm going to skip over this guy because he never speaks to me. B.I., what's good with you, man? Hope all is well. Hope you're doing good, man. When that dry ass nigga speak to me, then I'll speak back. That's just how that shit's going to go. Raider Chris, what's good with you, man? Hope all is well. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope life is well with you. B.I., what's good? Hope you're doing well, man. Raider Fontaine in the building. What's good with you, man? Hope you're doing good. Adam Smith, what's good with you, man? We the people, what's good? What's good? Hope all is well. Hope you're doing good. Now let me come back to this last dude. What's up, Cool Kev, man? How are you, man? Good, great, wonderful, fabulous, great. Dry ass nigga. Pizzle 4420, what's good with you, man?
Gotta love Cool Kev.
Good with you, man. Salute. Yeah, for some reason, Cool Kev hates me, bro. He likes me, but he hates me, bro. He will not speak to me. I keep telling him, bro, I already apologized to you, man, for kicking you out of the NWA chat, bro. But I need people to follow rules, bro. That's the whole thing about it, bro. I need people to follow the rules, man. That's all. You didn't follow the simple rule, man. All you had to do, you could have sent a headshot of your feet. That's I mean, everybody would have knew who it was. You could have put some toes up in front of a camera, bro. Just saying, man. He won't follow rules. He got mad at me. Now he won't speak to me. It's all right. It's okay. Adrian, what's good with you? Hope all is well. So, look, we're here to talk about the 53-man roster. We're going to break it down, and then we're going to put a grade on it. So, in order to do that, let's share it. Let's put it on up there. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is our official 53-man roster. I know this is official because I got this from the official Raider website. This is of their doing, and they have done what I would like to say a fairly decent job. I would say they did a fairly decent job. Yusef, what's good with you, man? Hope all is well. Hey man, you be safe, bro. You be safe down there, man, with that hurricane coming through, bro. I know it's a big thing going on over there, man. Hopefully you're not close to the shores where they're expecting 30-foot waves. You know what I mean? That's a hard thing to survive. I'll be honest. That's a lot of water. 30-foot waves come with a lot of freaking water. And that shit will create a lot of damage. Buildings on the coast can't even stand up to that. So we praying for y'all, man. We hope y'all safe, bro. Everybody down in Florida, even the dude I don't fuck with, I hope him and his family is cool too. Just because I don't fuck with you, don't mean I wish ill harm on you. I just don't fuck with you. So, yeah, but I hope him, his grandmother, his cousin, uncle, everybody live in the house. I hope everybody, pull through and make it and everything is fine, man. My ex-wife she's right there on the cusp of it. You know what I mean? By the time I think it reaches her, it'll be a category 1. It won't be as big, but yet and still, it's still a category 1. So, you know, so hopefully they're fine because my daughter is there, my son is there, my ex-wife is there. So hopefully everybody comes through, you know, shining like a light, man. Hope everybody comes through shining like a light, man. That's all I can really say about that situation. I'm not God, so I don't have any control over it. You know what I mean? I don't. But I'm also not an asshole when I don't want to be. So let's jump back into this roster. So at quarterback, we got Jimmy G starting, Brian Hoyer, and Aiden O'Connell. Not really a whole lot to talk about there, right? It's really not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, we all pretty much knew that's how that was going to pan out anyway. So I really don't feel like we need to get too involved with that topic of conversation. But I will give a grade on that room. I'm a grade each room, and then we're gonna average it out, and then that's what the Raiders is gonna end up with as a grade, man. That's what they're gonna end up with as a grade. Let me get a piece of paper out real quick. I should have had this ready. I'm good. Let's go. So for me, I'm going to give this room of quarterbacks. I'm going to put mine over here, and then I'm going to put Twan's on this side over here. And we're going to go with the quarterback room first. So for me, I'm going to give this room a B for now. I'm going to give this quarterback room a B for now. It all depends on the health of Jimmy G.
Now, before we get into it, are we doing pluses and minuses, or are we just doing
you can plus or minus? I'm just giving it a straight flat out B.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
I mean, you can definitely.
I didn't want to make it too confusing if I started going minuses and pluses.
Nah, you all good. I'm just gonna go with a B on this one though. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it just deserves a straight flat out grade. Nothing crazy, nothing strange, just a straight flat out real grade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with a B because one of the things that I know is Jimmy G can play ball. It's just about him staying healthy. That's really what it breaks down to be. If he can stay healthy and they can win a lot of games, bro, I think he could be an A at the end of the season. But you got to make the playoffs. But for now, I'm gonna just go with a B. What about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it with that letter, but I'm gonna give it a minus for the fact of the person that's coming behind Jimmy G. I have confidence in Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying? Again, I've been saying all season that we need to keep Jimmy G in bubble wrap because I feel like that could be an A situation if we keep Jimmy G in bubble wrap. But knowing that, you know what I'm saying, the next person up is going to be Hoyer, that's what gives me the minus on the B.
Hey, surviving 9 G's ain't the same as getting hit by a linebacker you don't see coming. Not the same thing.
Yeah. I believe that Aiden O'Connell is going to be our emergency quarterback.
Okay. All right. So you got a B minus on that. I got a B flat out. All right, cool. No deal. No problem. Let's move on to the next room. The next room is running backs. In that running back room, we have Amir Abdullah, Brandon Bolden, Josh Jacobs, Zamir White. I'm gonna let you take this one first, and then we'll rotate.
I have two solids.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Before we get into that, we gotta bring one more person in. Let me throw his name up here real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for another man who has been making his rounds today, making it known that he is a goddamn fan of this team. He's a content creator, and he ain't about the bullshit with y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage another motherfucking great friend of mine. If y'all don't believe me, then y'all don't fucking believe me. That's just all I can really fucking say, ladies and gentlemen. The king of motherfucking 420. You know what I mean? My boy, my homie, the Ace Boom Coon, Mr. Raider Gabe. What's up with you, Gabe?
Man. Chilling, man. Making the rounds. Yep.
Hey, what's good, fam?
Chilling. What's up, Tom?
Hey, can't
So
complain.
we out here grading. We grading rooms individually right now, and then we're gonna average out the grade at the end, and that's what grade you gonna give the Raiders. So we went through the quarterback room. You know who the quarterbacks are. What grade you giving the quarterback room, Gabe?
Quarterback room. I love the potential of Aiden. Hoyer is the that dark cloud in the room, but Jimmy G, I think with this type of offense, solid. I'll give it a solid B.
Okay, me and Gabe on the same page. I gave it a B. Twan said B minus. Gabe with a B. Now you popped in the right time. We were just heading into the running back room. We're gonna start with Twan. Twan, what you feeling about this running back room? I mean, Gabe, I don't know if you see it up there, but Amir Abdullah, Brandon Brown, Brandon Bolden, Josh Jacobs, Amir White. What you got, Twan?
I got two guys that are solid, in Amir Abdullah, Josh Jacobs. Zamir White is still, we seen him in preseason. You know what I'm saying? I think right now his play is pretty much a stalemate. And Brandon Bolden, I'm still trying to figure out why he's on the team. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna give it another another B minus.
Okay. Yeah, I would go.
Yeah, where's the grades, chat? I'm not seeing no grades. I see some C plus in the QB room from all eyes.
Okay. See, with the quarterback, with the running backs, you see, I go a little different. Like I like Amir Abdullah. You know what I mean? I like what he could bring on certain plays, certain downs. You know what I mean? And I like his pass blocking too. So I like Amir Abdullah. Brandon Bolden. I mean, he could just, I don't know why he's still on the team. Fucking Zamir, he needs to step up. I think we didn't see enough out of him in the preseason. So, like, I would say it's a very fragile B plus, but it could be downgraded very quickly. You know what I mean? With something unsuspected, unforeseen or whatever. But I would say a very, very fragile B plus.
I feel you. For me, I'm gonna give the running back room an A minus. I'm gonna give the running back room an A minus, and I'm gonna explain to you why I'm giving the running back room an A minus. Josh Jacobs is back. These other motherfuckers ain't gonna touch the goddamn ball. I don't give a shit who the fuck is in there. If Josh Jacobs gets an A, everybody else is just tying a nigga shoe, bro.
I feel you.
So I really don't give a fuck who else is in the goddamn room, long as Josh Jacobs is there. And if Josh Jacobs is there and he's 90% healthy, he's gonna touch the ball all he fucking wants to. So with that, for me, I'm gonna go A minus with the best fucking running back in the NFL until you prove me otherwise. We're gonna lump Jacob Johnson into that category as well. I should have probably mentioned his name, but that's the other dependable guy. There's 3 dependable guys in that backfield that you can really depend on. You can really depend on Jacob Johnson to pick up a block, move somebody out of the way. You know what I mean? So not so much as touching the ball, but blocking. The guy is fucking phenomenal. Let's just be for real about that. The dude is fucking phenomenal when it comes to blocking. He opens holes. He moves people out the way. So when you got Jacobs, Abdullah, and Jacob, you know what I mean, with them being 3 guys that you can really depend on, only 5 guys being in the backfield, you know what I mean, sharing responsibilities in the backfield, then that allows you to say, hey, you know what? The better half of this football the better half of this room, I mean, is above half. You know what I mean? So the better part of this room is above half the players. 3 out of 5 are dependable players. So that for me, I'll give them an A minus.
I wouldn't even go as far as that A minus, but fragile. You know what I mean? Because it's all dependent on Josh Jacobs.
It's all dependent on Josh Jacobs.
He stirs the cup. He stirs the cup, man, in that room for sure.
For sure. Now we're gonna move on to wide receivers. We're gonna go to Gabe first. We got Davante Adams, DeAndre Carter, Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfrow, Trey Tucker, Christian Wilkerson. What do you want to grade this room, man?
I want to go as far as saying, A plus, but I just think it's like I don't want to overreact, but I'm gonna say solid A, dog, because it's just you got the best receiver to me. You got a guy who's going to try to prove himself, and a guy in Renfrow who has showed that he can do it in this league. Yeah, he had a tough year last year, but he showed he could do it in this league. You got Jacoby Myers, who's an above average, number 2 receiver, because he was used as a number 1, in certain spots with New England. You got young guys like Trey Tucker, who could play some roles in this offense. You got DeAndre Carter, who I like a lot because he played big roles for the Chargers last year. You know what I mean? When they had some key guys out for them, they had pretty much their whole wide receiver damn room out at some points, dog. So you had DeAndre Carter kind of carrying, that room for a little bit. And then you got Christian Wilkerson, who made a name for himself in this preseason, man. So I got to give it a solid A.
Okay.
For sure.
Twan, where are you at?
I hate you, Gabe. Because I'm exactly where you're at. I really want to give them that A plus, but I really don't want to. I really don't want to be like that. Feel like I'm the super fan, just giving them an A plus because we the Raiders and F everybody else. But when you really look at this roster, you look at Davante Adams, which is a number 1. I've said Jacoby Myers, was a number 1 for the Patriots and is a number 1. So you have 2 number 1s on the outside. You have a top 10, slot receiver in Hunter Renfrow. And yes, I said top 10. If you can give me 10 slot receivers that are better than Hunter Renfrow, please hit me up on IG. And then
I think you get 5, bro.
Exactly. Then you have DeAndre Carter, which is if he does anything like he did in that kick return that he almost took to the house, we got an issue. You know what I'm saying? The only person that to me is a question mark is Trey Tucker, and his hands. So I think to be honest with you, I feel like Wilkerson is also another trusted receiver if they decided that they needed to have him go out there, if Jacoby Myers needed to drink some more Gatorade or whatever the situation may be, so I have to give them that A. I can't give them the A plus because I'm still kind of somewhat worried about Trey Tucker's hands, but outside of that, I give it an A.
Solid room.
Very solid.
I am going to go with that A as well. I want to put the plus on it. I do. I really do want to put the plus on it. But the fact of the matter is, in all honesty, you have D.A., Myers, and Renfrow as your starters, right? DeAndre Carter, nice, fast. Tucker, fast, hands, like Twan said, issue. And then Wilkerson is a guy who battled his way on, and I got a lot of faith in. I just can't put the plus on there until I see these other guys. I know what Matt Myers is capable of. I know what Renfrow is capable of. I know what DA is capable of. but the rest of these guys were unsure of where they're at. So right now, I'm gonna just ride with an A for them, and it could slide to a minus, or it could slide to a plus. Well, it wouldn't slide to a plus. It'll uplift to a plus. It could slide or uplift. Shoot, it's their choice. Next on the list, we got tight ends. Now with this room, we got Austin Hooper, Jasper Horsted, and Michael Mayer. I'm gonna start with this one. I'm giving this room a C. I'm giving this room a C. Only person I got faith in is Michael Mayer, and he's a rookie. I don't have any faith in Austin Hooper, bro. I didn't like the display that he put up, bro. I hope that it changes. I hope that they can change their grade at the end. But, you know, for me, all I can really depend on is Michael Mayer, bro. I don't like Horsted. I mean, I don't hate the kid. I don't know, bro. I just felt like Fotheringham was a better tight end. So I'm gonna just go with a solid C. No plus, no minus, just a C. I'm not buying into it, bro. I'm not buying into it. I'm just not. Normally we run before. Yes, I'm not buying into it, man. What you got, Gabe?
I like Mayer too. I'll go just a little bit, maybe a little higher, because I think we didn't see enough of Hooper, because I think the Raiders might have seen a little bit, maybe more in practice or whatever, because they do have him as listed as the number one guy. But I'll go C plus.
Okay.
But I am with you. I would rather have seen them keep Fotheringham over Horsted for sure. I don't know if it's blocking, but at that point, I think you already got
Fotheringham was balling, bro.
You already got Hooper and Mayer, right? And they're known for kind of, you know, they're having that part of their game, right, as blocking. So I think it would have made sense to keep Fotheringham to be like that pass catching tight end, but I guess they just went a different route. But I would say C plus.
Hey Jesse, it's gonna take more than that, Jesse. It's gonna take more than 2 getting 1,000 yards combined and 9 touchdowns, man. It's gonna take more than that for me to give them a B plus, bro. I'm gonna need that 1,000 I can live with, but that 9 touchdowns, I'm gonna need that to be 14 combined. I'm gonna need that to be 14 combined to get a B plus. They combine for 14. That's 7 apiece. I can go up to a B plus.
Or spread it out however you want. You give 2 or 3 to Horsted if he does play. Fuck it. But they have to contribute though, because it's because this is a spot. They will get opportunities for sure in this offense. That's the one thing. So they're gonna have to be ready. Their hands have to be ready out there, because Jimmy G is one of his best friends is the tight end. So they gotta be ready though for sure.
Where you at, Twan?
I'm gonna give it a grade of what Gabe said. I'm gonna give it a C plus. The only thing that my concern is with the tight ends is, where's our blocking going to come from? You know what I'm saying? Are we really trusting? Like, and I'm not saying that they can't block at all, but are you really trusting a rookie? You know what I'm saying? First time out there with the big dogs to be that solid blocker. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And maybe I'm just used to always seeing us have a blocking tight end, you know what I'm saying, where we know, look, that tight end definitely is going to get that block for us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see a lot of pass catching, and you know what I'm saying, a rookie that could be, I'm not saying a blocking, Mayer's not just a blocking tight end, but you know what I'm saying, like I can't right now I can't trust the blocking, and that's why I'm at where I'm at on my grade.
For sure. It's not a bad one either.
I mean, there's ways around it. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? I know we're going to get into the offensive line. There might be times where they trot out, you know what I'm saying, Thayer Munford
Number
as the
77.
yeah, exactly.
Reporting
Trot him
eligible.
out, and he's that, you know, blocking tight end, but he's that, you know what I'm saying, that extra offensive lineman, you know,
So when I
certain
went to the
situations.
game against the Patriots in Vegas, they said that shit so many times. People
Yeah.
started fucking like laughing every time they fucking would say it now. Like it's like, and then people were start like already like copying it. Like as soon as like they would start saying it, everybody in the crowd would be like, and now reporting for eligible number 77. It was like every other play that shit was happening.
Every other play, man. Every other fucking play, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking crazy, man.
Hey, whatever it is that needs, whatever, you know, however we got to get it done, right? But yeah, but that's my concern for the tight ends. You know, I'm trying to stay on, you know, course. But yeah, that's
Sure,
why I
for
got
sure.
the grade.
It's our other tight end right there. It's our fourth tight end, Thayer Munford.
And again, that's probably why we didn't go with 4, you know what I'm saying, or didn't really have a like tight end that like specifically like a Hollister, or you know what I'm saying, Lee Smith, like we had back in the day, you know what I'm saying, that was pretty much just blocking, and it was a surprise when he caught the ball, you know.
Yeah, I remember that shit. That shit was. We always had some pretty cool like blockers, but we also have had our pass catching tight ends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Remember Doug Jolly, fucking shit. Recently, that Michael Rivera. Remember Michael Rivera was okay for a year.
I love Zach Miller, man.
Zach Miller, yeah, that's a pretty good, cool tight ends. You know what I mean? But I think now it's Mayer's time. And I think he's gonna do that, man. I think sooner rather than later, Austin Hooper might get that edge in the beginning just because of the experience and stuff like that. But I think Mayer's gonna come along pretty quick, man, and he's gonna show, you know, once the lights are on, once the game time's on, and he's back to, you know, his, you know, like out there on the football field playing football. Dog, I think he's gonna ball out, man. I think Mayer's gonna ball out, and it's gonna come natural to him, and he's just gonna eventually just take that spot by like maybe mid-season.
And I believe Mayer can do it. I believe that Mayer can be a catching guy and a blocking guy. I think he can be an all-around tight end. But to ask for him to do that, you know what I'm saying, to ask for him to block as a rookie, that it's going to be I can't hang my hat on that. I'm sorry. You know,
for sure. You want to see it first, of course he has a potential.
Sure. And I know and I know Max Crosby is different, but you know what I'm saying, if Max Crosby, you know, gave him some child abuse, you know what I'm saying, at practice, what do you think he's gonna get with the other elite pass rushers, you know what I'm saying, in the league? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be licking their chops just like Max Crosby did.
But if you are gonna learn off somebody, you might as well learn off one of the guys that they say, like some offensive tackles out there say he's the hardest guy to block. Yeah, you know what I mean? So if you are gonna learn off of somebody, that would be the guy.
Yeah. So
especially because he's gonna tell you right after he fucking, you know, right after he smokes you, he's gonna tell you kind of what you did wrong. You know, because you're as his teammates. I've even seen him doing that, you know, with other, like when he's just, you know, on like that tight end shit or that defensive end type of camp or whatever. I've seen him even doing that there when they're like sharing tips. So he's the type of, like I love what Max has added to that. So I think he's gonna be a big part of Mayer's fucking you know, development too, though, because he's showing him, man. He's not taking it easy on the kid. He's showed him since day one, bro. This is how we play football up here. You know what I mean? And he opened up his eyes, and I think Mayer's gonna take that into account, and I think he'll. I don't think he'll ever fucking be able to block Max, of course, like that 1-on-1, but he's gonna end up, you know, getting closer and closer to, at least holding a block with Max.
Yeah.
And if you could do that, I think you're kind of good off with the majority of, some guys in this NFL.
So, all right, let's get into the offensive line now. We're gonna go to Twan first with this one. So Twan, we got at guard and tackle Jermaine Illuminor. We got Justin Herron. We have Andre James, Colton Miller, Jordan Meredith, Thayer Mumford Jr., Dylan Parham, Greg Lund Rotten. Or Rutan. I think it's Rutan.
I just like saying rotten because I feel like it's gonna be a rotten motherfucker. I just hope he goes out there and just plays like that too. Just fucking fuck fools up.
Twan, where you at?
If you're telling me that Herron is the last person that ever touches the field, I give it a B minus.
B minus. Okay.
Because I don't trust Herron. And Illuminor, he better get the panties off the ground. I don't want to see no yellow draws because of him.
I hear you.
Okay, now I can see their names better because on the computer screen I can't, so I just put you live on the screen.
But everybody else, yeah.
I can see all the names good now.
Everybody else I'm fine with. I think those guys are deserving. Obviously, Meredith has been a veteran and he has flexibility. He can be a guard and a center, and I think that's why he was able to crack the roster. So, yeah,
for sure.
I would go probably. I like this offensive line, bro. I like the fact that they kept most of the guys that they had from last year. I think Meredith, kind of maybe outplayed Bars, you know what I mean, and Van Rotten as well. So I think they've seen more out of them. And Bars was kind of on that fringe anyway, you know what I mean? He was kind of a guy that was signed, re-signed, and then signed again and stuff like that. So they were always on the fringe with him anyway. So I think but as far as the guys that we have out there as a starter was already a top 10 unit. You know what I mean? Last year, with with the first year learning that scheme. So I think this year being more comfortable in Carmen Brasillo's scheme and stuff like that. I think they're gonna be better, and I think that there's just the improvement, especially in Dylan Parham's game. I think Andre James is gonna take that next step into maybe being a possible even like a Pro Bowl center type of player, dog. So I just think that, and then the mere fact that you have Mumford kind of breathing down Illuminor's neck as it is anyway. So I think that's gonna keep the pressure on Illuminor to play well, man. And if not, yeah, I think it's not gonna be no drop off if you bring in Mumford. So I'll give it a solid B plus. I like the line. It's one of our stronger points, I think.
For sure. So now it's on me.
Yep.
It's on me, huh? Jermaine Illuminor.
Oh, just one more thing. The only thing I would have made different, instead of Herron, I might have kept probably would have kept maybe McClendon Curtis. I know he was a guard and stuff like that, but I just think he could have added more to the team. So I probably would have just done that and maybe just moved it around or something like that. But that's the only move that was kind of eye opening for me there. But no, other than that, I still give it a B plus because like Twan said, that he'll probably be the last offensive lineman to touch the field if everybody else gets hurt.
I am going to go Jermaine Illuminor, Herron, James, Miller, Meredith, Munford Jr., Parham, and Van Ruten. Out of that, James starting center. You have Dylan Parham at the left guard. You have Miller at the left tackle, right? And then from there, you throw Van Rotten in at the starting right guard, and you play I would say probably Thayer Mumford Jr. at that right tackle, right?
I want that so bad, but
Huh?
I want that to happen so bad. No, I've been wanting that to happen so bad, but
if that's the way it plays out, if that's how it ends up actually being like the starting team, A-.
I think Thayer Mumford at tackle would be the people's choice. I think everybody would say if the nation could vote, if Ziegler opened up a poll, Thayer Mumford will win by a landslide.
Yeah. I didn't mind your thing earlier though too, Twan. That was not a bad fucking like thought, dog. Like if just maybe pushing Illuminor back in, and then having Thayer Mumford on the tackle.
Yep. That's a perfect slide. You know what I'm saying? If that right guard goes down, you slide Illumina over. You know what I'm saying? And then Thayer Mumford is now on the wing. You know what I'm saying? And that's still a solid line.
Yeah, and that's why I think they go this route too with all the guys that are like swing guys.
Yeah,
versatility.
Yeah,
but A-. All right, that's a good grade too, man. That's a I like that room. That's one of my favorite rooms. So I like out of the whole team, that and the wide receivers.
I got an A- on that. I see what they're doing.
But out of this line, they out of this line in totality, they need to leave the drugs alone.
Hey, look, I'm telling you, I got a feeling something.
Leave the heroin alone.
I got a feeling something gonna happen. Got a feeling something gonna happen.
Put the heroin down.
And they're gonna drop heroin.
If something happen, trust me, you're gonna say that A- is well deserved.
Oh yeah, if they can for somehow upgrade our tackle position up, either backup or starting, for sure I'll move that B+ to A-. Because then I know that that we're good, even if a guy gets nicked up. Like it's just I feel like that's all I would need to see.
I know what I'm expecting from the starting line. Trust me, they can run block and they can pass block. The starting line, they can do both. So for me, looking at the first two games, Frisco and the Rams. I mean, Dallas, I didn't really too much care for Dallas game because that was guys that, as you see, didn't make the roster. It was their time to shine. Some did, some didn't. Right? Some made the roster regardless of shining or not. Still don't know how the fuck that happened. Can't fucking tackle for shit. And we'll get into that later on. You're gonna hate the grade on the cornerbacks room. I'll give you that. So yeah, for me, that's an A-, man. That's definitely an A-. They're gonna actually be better than what most people think they're gonna be. Shit, they were better than what we fucking thought they were last year. If you're looking at fucking grades and ratings, they were better than what the fuck we thought we saw. So I think they got better this year. So if they were that high last year, they can only be higher this year coming up, and that's an A- for me. Moving on to our defensive line. Now, our D line, we have Adam Butler, Max Crosby, Nesta Jade Silva. We have John Jenkins, Chandler Jones, Malcolm Kuntz, Bilal Nichols, Jerry Tillery, Brian Young, and Tyree Wilson in alphabetical order. Gabe, we're gonna start off with you, man. Where are you at with this defensive line, bro?
Defensive line as a whole, I just think we have a lot to prove with the defensive tackles. I think at defensive end, I think we're going to be straight for sure. The question mark, and the question mark has been, defensive tackles interior. I know that Tillery did give us that boost last year when we did sign him. Hopefully that could continue, and then we can kind of bring along Byron Young and some of these guys. Hopefully, Bilal Nichols could give us something more, man, because I just haven't seen much out of him. John Jenkins and I love the Nesta Severo, keeping Nesta Severo on this team, man. It's just I think he has that edge, and I just think they've seen plenty in him to be, part of this team's future, man. So I think I would give this team off of potential. With the defensive ends, I would like to kind of rate them different, but as a whole, I would say B minus. C plus, just because I think they needed to show more on the defensive tackle. I love the ends. Is just that Chandler Jones still has shit to prove. Chandler Jones
C plus.
Yeah, because I would say if we were to average them out both, I would give the defensive ends like a B plus, and then I would give the D tackles like a C minus. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of where I got that average out to be like that B minus C plus. You know what I mean?
Swan, where you at?
I have to average it out because I give the D ends, I give that an A. You know what I'm saying?
Not too far up.
But the tackles, the tackles, I like them, but I think average wise, I'm giving them a B minus.
I hope he show up Raider Romeo, because from my understanding, he's hurt.
I'm giving it a B minus.
B minus, yes. B minus, C plus. That's kind of where I'm at.
Because you have Bilal Nichols. Did he really pop off? You know what I'm saying? To the point where we're like, yeah, Bilal Nichols. You know what I'm saying?
I like Tillery.
I know Tillery. John Jenkins for sure is going to stop the run. You know what I'm saying? And then you have Nesta J. We we're high on him because we're, he looked good in preseason, but again, that's a 7th round pick. You know what I'm saying? That's about to get ready to that's about to
play like it through the preseason though.
But I'm just saying he's about to see the top dogs when he gets out there. So
I hear that. I hear what you're saying, brother. I'm just saying he didn't display 7th string draftability.
No, not at all. No, he did not look like a 7th round pick. But I'm just saying he in perspective, he's a rookie that's going to be sent to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? So I give it a. My question mark is a D tackles, and that's why I gave it a B minus, close to a C.
Let me blow your minds, man. Go for it.
Let me see.
Let me just blow your minds real quick, man. First off, I'm gonna just start off with the grade, man. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give him a B plus, borderline A minus, and then I'm gonna tell you why. B plus, borderline A minus. I'm gonna tell you why. You have Max Crosby, arguably the best defensive lineman in the NFL by far. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I put on his tape against anybody's fucking tape, and I guarantee you he'll eat that fucking tape alive. This guy's the best fucking defensive lineman in the NFL. Hands down. You can tell anybody I fucking said it. If they want to argue me, I'll fucking argue it all goddamn day. Even in his rookie year, he was better than the fucking defensive rookie of the year in fucking Bosa. He had better numbers than fucking Bosa. And he's been having better numbers. He's just been on the Raiders, and so they fucking downplay his shit. This guy's the fucking best defensive lineman in the NFL. Better than anybody you tell me about. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm going to tell you this guy's the fucking best. Right? You add a guy like a Tyree Wilson to line up on the other side. Learn from a guy like Chandler Jones. Right? You've instantly created a set of bookends, bro. This guy Tyree Wilson is going to be everything they wanted Cleve Farrell to be on the other side. He just never panned out to do that, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right off the bat, that's a motherfucking A+. And then you add in the fact that you kept a Tillery who balled the fuck out, and everybody ranted and raved about him all last season when he got here and the fucking plays that he was making. He made one bonehead play. You know what I mean? He made one bonehead play. Fuck it. Hey, look, shit happens, right? He bounced back from it. Right? Did his motherfucking thing. Now, you got a Adam Butler who actually did go off in the preseason. You got a Nesta Jade who was a 7th round pick who fucking beat out all these other motherfuckers that Niz was ranting and raving about and keeping and wanting. But Nesta Jade actually put it on film that this dude is a motherfucking dog, bro. He's a beast. He is a man to be reckoned with in the middle of that motherfucking field. Ain't that what we've been asking for? Ain't you been wanting somebody that ain't gonna move, but move the pile? Look, he doesn't have to be in there every play. He has to be in there in the plays where we need him to fucking make that stop. If you go back and look at the second play, it wasn't on him. The reason they got that first down after that wasn't on him. Go watch the play very carefully. That's the reason why one of those guys ain't here. I'm telling you, this kid is next level. I told you when I seen this kid, I see in him what I see in Amik. I see that dog. I see that dude that's going to go through the brick wall and try and get shit fucking done, regardless of size, speed, or stature. Doesn't fucking matter to him. When he puts on the helmet, he fucking plays like he's a giant. And this dude is a fucking giant. Nesta Jade is not small. Not by any means.
No.
You know what I mean? And you add that with a Tillery in the middle. Come on, man. That's gonna be a hard defensive front to run against.
Byron Young, too.
Byron Young. You know what I mean? Like you instantly look at it like, you know what? This is an all-day NASCAR package with motherfuckers who can actually move people out the way. Mm-hmm. You don't have to actually have a NASCAR package because your whole front line is fucking fast enough to be considered a NASCAR package all day. That creates problems for offenses. Creates a lot of problems for offenses. So for me, that's why I'm going B+. That middle still got a lot to prove to me. And if they can prove to me that I'm right in what it is that I see in them, I'd move these motherfuckers up to an A. Not A+, but I'd definitely move them up to an A. But for me, just because I told y'all, I focus on defense. That's my side of the ball. I fucking love it to death. That's what I coach. What I see.
Do you think they should have kept 5 DTs and 5 DNs, or the way that they did 6 DTs and 4 DNs?
I think they did exactly what they needed to do. the 6-4 is perfect. You
I
can't
was
name
thinking
me
Jordan Willis.
another defensive end that deserves to stay.
I like Jordan Willis, but that was the only guy that I could see that maybe had an opportunity, maybe at the end, but maybe
But you
another
can't
guy
convince
outplayed
me
him.
that he put enough on film to stay.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Beyond-
kind of looking at the names right now, and the only name I would think of, like maybe putting him over, and maybe it's because I would want to go 5-5. It would be probably either fuck man, like
Rochelle.
Adam Butler or John Jenkins. Maybe that's the only guys I would think of, but those guys are also good too. You know what I mean? But it's because I think Jordan Willis had some upside. You know what I mean? I think he had some pretty good plays, you know, in preseason too, and then he had some pretty good days in camp too. I mean, I heard like a couple good reports also in, you know, the joint practices, but they wanted to go with more DTs though. So I think it's just their preference, but I think Jordan Willis is gonna get picked up for sure.
For sure. He might mess around and go back to the Niners.
For real.
Yeah, so that's for me. I got them at a B plus. Next, we're gonna move into our linebacking core because we're starting to run out of time just a little bit. In our linebackers, we have Curtis Bolton, we have Amari Burnett, Devon Diablo, Luke Masterson, Robert Spillane. We'll start with Twan on this one.
See. Yeah.
That's it, huh? It's a C. It's a C.
He's being nice. He's being nice.
Very
He's
nice.
being nice.
What you got for him, Gabe?
I'm gonna go off the simple fact that, you know, the depth is so thin. And all the time, this is the only grade that I'm gonna give that's not necessarily average, man. It's not necessarily it would be considered a D, so I'll give it like a D plus.
Ooh, a D plus.
So worst, I think this is the room that we need most help in, but I do also believe that this room is going to be the one that's going to be getting looked at for the most help in the next coming days also. So room for improvement.
Give me a C minus.
I'll put your minus there, man.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. You know what sucks? I'm looking at this room and all. It's bad when you look at a room and you just shake your head. And that's what I'm doing. I'm like,
I like Spillane, but after that, everybody else is kind of like questionable to me.
Yep.
And it's just like, you know, and then on top of that, we're thin. We only got 5 guys. Oh, man.
Well, they only play 2 at a time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but shit, man.
They only play 2 at a time.
Yeah.
So that's why you only have 5 linebackers. They're only going to play 2 at a time.
I just think that's one of the rooms that they got to address for sure in the next coming days.
Yeah, I think it needs to be addressed. That's why I'm going to go ahead and give it a B minus. I'm gonna give this linebacker room a B minus. And here's my reason behind giving it a B minus. If you watch my show, if you've been watching my show, I told you that the Raiders were building a defense unlike anything you've seen before. And I meant that. The defense that they played throughout preseason, you can't tell me you've watched that defense multiple times in the NFL. You haven't. If you notice, there was 5 to 6 defensive backs on the field most of the time. It's a lot of defensive backs, bro. It's a lot of. There was some 3 safeties. There was 4 corners. You know, like there was a lot going on. You know what I mean? There's really a lot going on in that defense. what they have is, and their linebackers are converted defensive backs. All of these guys were safeties. When they played in college, all of these guys were safeties. So for me, I know I see exactly what it is they're building. I like the Bernay pick. That kid played with a lot of heart. You know what I mean? That kid played with a lot of heart. Curtis Bolton is solid. You know, Curtis Bolton is solid. Devon Diablo put on some muscle, so he shouldn't be getting ran over this year. You know, he's not afraid to make tackles. You know what I mean? You know, he's not afraid to make tackles. He played more than 3 games, Diablo. But the kid's not afraid to make tackles. You know that. So you have that in Luke Masterson.
Spillane ain't either.
Huh?
Spillane ain't either, man.
Spillane ain't afraid to make no tackles either. Luke Masterson ain't afraid to go get hit or any of that shit. I mean, his coverage needs work, of course, but he's not the starter. You know what I mean? These guys are brought in for, I'm telling you, I guarantee you, he's brought in for special packages. But your starting guys is going to be Spillane and Diablo. Those are going to be your starters. Right?
Just that's Spillane. Just that's Derrick Henry if Spillane could hit.
Yeah. I'm teetering B- C, but I'm gonna go with the better grade of a B- on him. I'm gonna give him a little light, bro. I think this linebacking, these linebackers that they have right now. Hey, look, I could take an upgrade. You know what I mean? I could take an upgrade somewhere in there, but I'll be honest with you. For the scheme that I'm looking for them to play, I think these guys fit, and that's why they're here.
Yep, I like it. But
I would have liked to see Diablo out there, J Dog. I'm not gonna lie, I would have liked to see a lot of guys out there, truthfully. But in all honesty, with those practices, those 2 joint practices, they got all the work they needed. You could technically say they played 3 games, you know what I mean, with these guys every week. I mean, a new team, like you play 2 days with Frisco, that's 2 games right there. And then you play 2 days with the Rams, that's 2 games right there. That's all the coaches really need to see. I told you, like, you still got to understand, there's a long season now. If a guy is proving to you that he can do what you require of him going up against number 1s for 2 days straight, and he comes out on top both days, you don't really need to put him in the game. And there's a lot they see that we don't see because we're not in practice. We're not in practice. We're not entitled to see that stuff. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of things that go on that you just don't see. You just don't see it. There's no footage out there for you to take a look at. You don't have the access. I don't have the access, so I'd show it to you. You know what I mean? But there's something about them that the coaches like. And if the players that you did see play so well for you to cheer them on, but they still didn't make it, what does that tell you about what the other guys were doing in practice against other players? It's not like you were going up against your own team. You had 2 joint practices. You know what I mean? One against a team that won the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and one against a team that was just in the playoffs and beat your ass last year. So, you know, let's get into the cornerback room. We're going to start with Gabe on this one. Gabe, Jacorian Bennett, Brandon Faison, Nate Hobbs, David Long Jr., Marcus Peters, and Meek Robinson.
Okay, so I would kind of maybe have liked, that they kept, if they would have kept maybe a Shally over a Long, but it's not too. It was very kind of too close to call, and I think maybe size and then experience in the playoffs and having a Super Bowl on his on his resume. I think that kind of maybe put him over the top. So and he played a big pivotal role with that Rams team too on that Super Bowl run. So maybe that's why he got that last nod. But as far as our starting three and Jacorian Bennett, which I think he's going to be the starter. I think it's going to be Jacorian, Peters, and then you got Nate in the slot. I think with just those right there, I think of course you still got to see what you have in Jacorian, but with those three, I think I would give it like a B plus. And then with your other three guys that you have right there, you got a bigger corner who could come in and maybe D up if you need to give Jacorian, the young guy, a break. You know what I mean? You got Brandon Faison, who's played in this defense, or not in this defense, but played with the Raiders already. David Long, who has experience, and then you got a Meek, man, who's just keeps getting better. So I would give this room a solid B. Just a solid B. I like it.
B. All right. Juan, what you got?
I'm teetering in between a B and a B minus for the fact of Brandon Faison being, being injured and actually him being on the roster, and then also David Long. I can't.
Yeah, I know. I heard. Twan was about to blow a lid earlier. I seen him on the SC show.
I'm actually very calm. I'm very calm now.
I know.
But yeah, David Long, I can't. So I
B
minus.
B minus.
Okay.
All right. So I was teetering right around the realms of between an A minus and a B. I was looking somewhere in that range, right? I like to go with the higher grade, but in this instance, I just can't. I really can't. You know what I mean? And I'll put it in order of what I think our defensive backs rank. Marcus Peters, Nate Hobbs, Jacorian Bennett, Amik Robinson, Brandon Faison, and after that, it's a huge drop-off.
David Long.
I'm not even gonna say his name until he earns the right for me to say his fucking name. Missed too many goddamn tackles, bro.
He ain't got no name.
Hey, and
he ain't got no name. Him ain't got no name.
Even the rumors of Desmond King, though, that could be a replacement for that type of player too. You know what I mean?
If that was the case, I'd go straight back up to the A minus, bro.
And you know what makes it worse? You know what it makes it even worse? All the people that got Josh Jacobs' old jersey is gonna be in the fans wearing his number.
Who's?
Bro, David Long sucked ass at Dallas, Clark.
What number is David Long wearing? 28?
I ran highlight after highlight of that guy last night. He
has Josh Jacobs' old number,
like the little brother. He got beat up in the corner like the little brother. What happened?
Gabe, he has Josh Jacobs'
you didn't have 24?
No, he has 28.
No, that's Peters.
Peters has 24.
He took it from him. Peters took it from him.
So if I go to the Raiders game with my Josh Jacobs jersey, they're gonna be thinking I'm wearing a David Long out there getting roasted like some peanuts.
Hey, that dude's gonna have to prove that dude's gonna have to prove he deserves a name with me, bro. I'm sorry. He's gonna have to do something nice in the season, bro, to get a name from me. For right now, bro. No. Hey, so I'm gonna sit in the middle and call it a B plus. Reason being, look, I'm gonna tell you why I'm at the B plus. Marcus Peters is still a dog, bro. He still got that leadership role in him. You know what I mean? He still knows how to control the room. He still knows how to get shit done. They say he looks really good in the drills and in the games, the practices. You know what I mean? He actually looked pretty good still. So I'm gonna ride with that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go ahead and ride with that. Jacorian Bennett is nice. I feel like we got a solid rookie corner right there. I think he's going to do phenomenal things in the years to come, starting this year. Nate Hobbs, as we all know, is a phenomenal slot corner. It's when we move him around where he doesn't succeed and it plays on his confidence. So right there, you know what I mean? I'm sold. I'm sold on the 3 up front, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you shouldn't see a whole lot of passes completed. You know what I mean? With that 3 plus what you have up front rushing. You know what I mean? You're not going to see a whole lot of shit big passes. You know what I mean? Maybe some small stuff, maybe, but nothing big. You know what I mean? We're not going to see those bombs where we was getting hit over the head and then the shit turns into like a 50-yard play off of, you know, we're not going to see a lot of that. I'm telling you that right now. We're not going to see a lot of that. And then, you know, you have some solid backups in Brandon Faison, Amik Robinson, and so, you know what I mean, right there you're good with those guys. You know what I mean? Those are some solid backup pieces for you right there. That last guy.
Right.
Hey, look, I hope they do take a chance on a Desmond King, but there's, like I'm saying, there's a lot of players that got released this year. This
Yeah.
today.
That was just one of the actual like reports. That was one of the names out there for the reports, but that was also a report before all the cuts were made. So I think they're still looking at the whole totality of all the cuts. So that's still, I think, the big evaluation still going on right now. Probably still at this moment, dog. They ain't sleeping tonight.
If he stays on the team and I go to the game, I'm gonna wear my jersey the opposite way so everybody knows I'm wearing a Jacobs in the front, like the 2000s, you know, when they used to flip the jersey backwards. Yeah,
the
Jacobs gonna be the Jacobs is gonna be across my chest. You know what I'm saying?
Early 90s. You said 2000s, nah, bro. Early 90s. Early 90s.
Well, early 90s, and then they brought it back in they brought it in the 2000s.
Early 90s, like 91. Yeah, that was like 91, 92.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get with the safeties, man. So we got Marcus Epps, Trayvon Merritt, Isaiah Palomalu, Chris Smith, Roderick Teamer. I'm gonna go with a B plus, man. I want to give this room an A minus. I do. I want to give this room an A minus. I feel like we're upgraded, you know, in that room. We got some people we can depend on. I think they can play solid, you know what I mean, in their time of need. I still wonder about Roderick Teamer sometimes, man, but you know what? That guy's a special team ace. I can't say nothing about him when it comes down to special teams, bro. That dude's a special team ace, bro. He's always gunning on the outside. He's always down there somewhere around the ball, you know, be it punt or kickoff. So for that reason there, you know what I mean, you always got to have a war daddy on your special teams. I think that's that guy, man. He just goes after the ball. So I'm going to go B plus, man. I'm going to go B plus. Gabe, what you got?
Oh, this room kind of. So, okay, I like Marcus Epps. I love that addition, and I like the draft pick in Chris Smith Jr. We have to hopefully Morgan get some confidence back. You know what I mean, and just play better, man. More along the lines of like that first year. Isaiah Palomalu and Roderick Teamer, I think both of them, you know, have some good abilities on special teams, which is the reason why I think they kept both of them around. But I would give this room, dog, because of the Marcus Epps, I think, addition, and he has that, you know, recent, you know, Super Bowl experience, you know, as recent as last year. I would go B minus. Because I just want to see more out of Trayvon.
Okay.
Yeah, just
where you at?
I think I'm higher than you guys. I'm an A minus on this.
Okay.
And it if it lines up the way that they got it on here, where Teamer's the last person that comes off the comes off the floor, then it might increase. You know what I'm saying? But I really do like our safeties. I've been saying this too. This is one of the rooms that I actually am comfortable with. Is our safeties. I wasn't expecting for us to have 5. I thought Teamer was going to be gone because I expected the other 4 to be there. But yeah, I'm happy with our safeties. So I give it an A-.
I wanted to go A-, Swan. I did. You know what I mean? Right. I'm there with you. You know what I mean? I wanted to go A-. I just felt like if I was just to be fair, because I love Marcus Epps. I love that, right? But Merrick is still the question.
Mm-hmm.
You know I mean?
That's the reason why I go the minus. I gave him the minus.
That's why I had to go to the plus. You know,
he's the
what I mean?
starter. You know what I mean? So that's why I kind of went the minus. I mean, I understand. I do see the upside though in both of them because and all of these guys and where they can reach that potential. But right now, I'll just be a little bit more reserved just because as Reese and Trayvon Moore kind of struggled. But that's why I gave him that's the only reason I gave him the minus.
Sure.
Even a solid B, but I'll give B- right now, just so I can see what the averages out of the grades are right now.
I'm gonna go. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the last 3 spots. Kicker, I got an A+.
A+.
Swan.
I give that an F for fantastic.
Fantastic.
Punter, A+.
A+. Yeah, another F.
Another F.
And long snapper, I don't know much about the long snapper,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna give him an A. I'm not gonna give him the plus, but I'm gonna give him an A.
I'll give him an A- just because like that. We don't know anything about him, but he didn't really make no mistakes last year, so
we shouldn't know anything about our long snapper. It should be that quiet from him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's better
What I know is it's not the same long snapper from last year.
Yeah.
No,
that's
he
what I
was
know.
with the long snapper with the.
I don't give a shit who he's with. He wasn't with us, so I don't know nothing about him.
Is like he hasn't had no problems like that to where that's the reason why he had to be released from teams where he was snapping the ball bad or something like that. So they don't do that shit with us. We're good.
They are making an adjustment, and that's something that it seems like they got it down, but they are making an adjustment because this snapper is a lefty, so that means the ball is spinning the opposite direction. So it's just a little intricacy in the way that the ball's coming out at the out to AJ Cole. But as long as they got that, you know what I'm saying?
Kondo was the dude, man. Kondo was the dude. I don't know why they got rid of him.
Seek was all right.
Would you get the long snapper, Twan?
I gave the whole group an A+. Because
Okay.
It's kind of hard to well, for me, I always cluster those 3 together.
So let me add up these. Total up these scores here.
What was that, Gabe?
I would say, like those 3, like the specialty, kind of like consider those as a specialty as a group. I would just say that whole group right there is an A.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as A+ too, you know what I mean? Because 2 A+ and an A. I mean, A+.
And let me break down how let me tell you how I scored this. So A+ was 100. An A was 95. An A- is 90. A B+ is 89. A B is 85. B- is 81. C+ is 80. A C is 79. A C- is 75. A D+ is 74. A D is 70. And a D- is a 69. A F is nothing. We didn't have any Fs. We didn't have any D-. We did have a D+ from Gabe. We did have a D plus from Gabe. And so what it averages out is to receive an A plus, you must score between a 1300 and a 1295. Right. And that would be a A plus. From 1294 to 1289 is an A. From 1288 to 1284 is a B plus. No, I'm sorry, A minus. B plus is 1283 to 1278. A B is 1277 to 1272. A B minus is 1271 to 1265. C plus is 1264 to 1260, and so on. So we will start with my guest. Who would like to add up first? Would it Gabe or Twan? Which one would you would like to be added up first, man? Let me know.
I'll go first. I want to see what my grade is.
So Gabe gave the quarterbacks B, so that's 85. Plus he gave the running backs B plus, that's 89. He gave the wide receivers A, that's 95. He gave the tight ends a C plus for 80. He gave the O-line a B plus for 89. He gave the D-line a C plus for 80. He gave the linebackers a D plus for 74.
That was a bad one.
He gave the cornerbacks a B for 85. He gave the safeties a B minus for 81. He gave the kicker an A plus for 100. He gave the punter an A plus for 100. And he gave the long snapper an A minus for 90. Gabe came in at 1,048. I think I probably should adjust these scores. Probably should adjust these scores accordingly. Let's see.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,
And so
11,
for A
13.
plus, huh?
There's 13
A
categories.
plus 1,300 to 1,200. A B, to get an A, we're gonna go
Because I think it's you out of
99 to
from
1,000. Yeah, to 1,000. No, to 1,150. A minus.
While Dirty's doing his math, go ahead and click the like button, you guys. Go ahead and click the like
My
button.
bad, man.
I'm just saying, give them something to do because they over there like,
Yeah, because it's like 13 categories. So if you go from 1,300, right, you minus 10 for every category. So it'd be from anywhere from 1,300 to like 1,170 is an A, and then another 13.
Now 1,300, 1,200 is an A. 11 means an A plus. 1,199 to 1,150 is an A. 1,149 to 1,100 is an A minus. A B plus would be from 1,099 to 1,050 would be a B plus.
So I got right around that B.
A B would be 149. 1,049 to 1,000 flat.
Yeah, so I have them right in that average, huh? And that's exactly what I said.
Yeah, so Gabe got a B.
That's what I had him earlier too. I graded the whole team as a B. B
minus a B from 999 to 950. There you go.
Yep, that's
cool. I don't think anybody scored lower than that. All right. So at a 1048, Gabe has him at a B on average.
B plus, huh? Like literally right there, huh? 1050 is B plus. Yeah.
If you'd have had two
B
more points, you'd have been a B plus.
Yeah.
Two
Which
more
is right
points.
there.
If you didn't have that D plus,
B plus.
you know what I mean? If you didn't have that
could
D
be very well changed by tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's I can.
Our brother Twan. Let's jump into our brother Twan. I got 5 minutes left. Hour and a half is the max. So Twan gave the quarterbacks B minus for 81. Plus he gave the running backs an 81 as well, which is a B minus. He gave the wide receivers an A for 95. He gave the tight ends a C plus for 80. He gave the offensive line a B minus for 81. He gave the defensive line a B minus as well for 81. He gave the linebackers a C minus for 75. He gave the cornerbacks a B minus for 81. He gave the safeties an A minus for 90. He gave the kicker an A plus. He gave the punter an A plus. And he gave the long snapper an A plus. And he came in with a B at 1045. Yeah, 1045 is what Twan did, and that's a B right there. It's right on the cusp as well. 5 away from being a B plus. Now, your host of the show, Mr. Dirty Raider, myself, that'd be me. I gave the quarterbacks a B as well, like Gabe, for 85. I gave the running back room a A minus for 90. I gave the wide receivers an A as well. That's an A across the board for everybody, 95. I gave the tight end room a C, just a straight up C for 79. I gave the offensive line room a 90. I gave them an A minus for 90. I gave the defensive line a B plus for 89. I gave the linebackers a B minus for 81. I gave the cornerbacks a B plus for 89. I gave the safeties a B plus as well for 89. I gave the kicker 100. I gave the punter 100. And I gave the long snapper an A for 95 because I don't know much about them. I have them at 1082, which comes in at a B plus, just shy of being a B minus.
No, A minus.
No, B minus. I mean a B plus. No, yeah. Yeah, A minus. I'm just shy of being an A minus. My bad.
Yeah, you have them at a B plus right now.
Yeah. I'm just shy of A minus. A minus would have been a
That's cool. That's cool. I got him on a solid B. Me and Twan got him a solid B. You got a B plus. It's right there, man. It's right there. Not to, a little bit of different in different rooms that we kind of said, but kind of averaged out to almost the same. You know what I mean? Yeah. In certain areas. So that's where I think we could disagree. We could agree to disagree, but we all still think that we're kind of on that same kind of actually kind of the same thing, trajectory kind of thing.
We're in the ballpark.
Yeah,
we are in the ballpark
for sure.
Hey man, I'm sorry, man. Look, my bad, bro. My bad, man. Hey, look, you see, I use the calculator. I couldn't add all that shit up, bro. Yeah, you see, I use the calculator. I just went to y'all out the grades in there so everybody can follow along. My fault. Hey, look, tell me, can you answer this, man? Can you please riddle me this question right here? Now I'm just fucking around. What is 5,000 squared 17 times to the 9th power, nigga? Yeah. Equals X. Solve it.
Right.
But Fellas, I appreciate y'all being here, man. As always, man, we can go ahead and take this off the screen now. Let's bring ourselves back to the people, man. I hope that the folks enjoyed the show, man. I hope you guys feel like, hey, look, you know what? It's not that bad. You know what I mean? It's really not that bad as some people may make it out to be. It's really not. All you really have to do is look at what it is they're trying to do. And if these pieces fit what it is that they're trying to accomplish. I personally think that it does. I like these players. I see what the Raiders have, you know what I mean, schemed up, cooked up. Now I just want to see it on the field. If it translates to the field, I'm telling you, I already told you this could be a top 15 defense this year. And if it really translates to the field, I'm telling you that and look, for the most part, I don't think there's anybody on this list that I said shouldn't be here last night. I don't think there's anybody except for Cole Fotheringham. It's the only guy I felt like should have been here. I told you Drake Thomas wasn't going to make it, especially since they didn't carry 6.
Yeah, especially because they
been a different story.
Yeah, that was the whole my whole like thinking of it. I thought for sure they were gonna keep 6 just to have a backup to the backup of everybody. You know what I mean? The 3 linebackers, but hey, they went 5, and he got the short end of the stick, which I think Curtis Bolton kind of deserved it more too, because I mean, they kind of cut him short last year too. I mean, you know what I mean? He made the 53, and then they cut him right away, you know, to bring in other guys. So I think you know what I mean, he deserved it, man. Curtis Bolton, and not to say Drake Thomas didn't play hard. I'm just saying, you know, Curtis Bolton's, you know, he's more of I think he's a proven guy, more of a proven guy.
Most definitely. Start with Gabe, bro. Let the people know where they can find you. Hey, Radio Romeo, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. I truly did. If you did, man, and you know some fans that don't watch, man, hey, tell them to holler at. You know what I mean? Check the show out. You know, no monetary commitment to the show. You know what I mean? All you got to do is like and subscribe and just hit the thumbs up every now and then for a brother. I appreciate it. But there's no monetary investment that you need to make into this show, man. And before Gabe finishes, I apologize. Remember, if you want to get into the fantasy if you actually want to do fantasy football, man, catch me on IG. You know what I mean? DM me. Let me know you want to get in. It's $25. Like I said, the deadline is Friday. You know what I mean? If I don't get it filled by Friday, I'm not gonna do it. Just being honest with you. You know what I mean? Because I would want to do the draft that weekend at some point in time. You know what I mean? Saturday, Sunday, whatever. You know what I mean? I would want to do it then. But other than that, that's where I'm at. Like I said, y'all want to play fantasy football? It's $25. It's $25, man. That's all it is. It's not even a lot. You know, it's just a game amongst friends. Like I said, winner takes all. That's just how it goes. You know, we don't do second place around here. I never have. I never will. You know what I mean? It's not that much money. Huh? It's not that much money, so you got to make it worth it. You know what I mean?
Bobby, you ain't first, you last.
Yeah, it's $25 for 10 people. You know what I mean? Or 12. If we get 12, cool. But if it's just 10, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's still $250 to $300 that you get to win. So, hey. Gabe, coming back to you, man. What you got going on? Where they can find you?
Well, I just did a show today, right here, you know, on YouTube at the, you know, my channel, Raider Gate 420, just like it says right there on the screen. Raider Gate 420, all one word, man. We doing some shows, you know, especially now that the season's right upon us. You know what I mean? We're gonna be doing a lot of shit, man, with the people you see on the screen, with the other content creators. You know, we just gonna be, you know, collaborating and, you know, just trying to make it a better just, you know, because, you know, the media won't give you everything, so we're just trying to give you, you know, different point of views, you know, different different news and more up-to-date news, man, and keep you updated. So hopefully you guys could come check me out. We do the smoke out hour over there. I mean, you're more than welcome to pop up. You don't have to smoke. You just chill out, talk about the Raiders. And on that note, shit, we gonna have another show Friday morning. Shit, I'm gonna be on vacation this weekend for a little bit, so yeah, Friday morning, we're gonna be doing a morning little wake and bake. So just to see the if there's any moves been made or anything like that, or just talk some Raider ball. That's it. But and thanks Dirty for having me on, man. Just fucking you know what I mean, and just always, man, just we always gonna be doing this collabing shit show.
For sure. Hey, Brian, man, we praying for you, man. We pray for your safety, bro. We hope all is well. You know what I mean? Hope everything is good. Hope you're not too close to the coast, man. When I heard 30-foot waves, I was like, is you serious? 30-foot waves coming up on the shore? Like, bro, that's some danger, bro. That's dangerous, man. That's extremely dangerous, bro. That shit will destroy whatever's in this path.
Real, man, because shit.
I wish it was like water everywhere.
I would hope, that you guys got like one of our type of hurricanes, the one that we were supposed to get. That would have been cool for you guys, but fuck that. I know the way that they are over there. They're nothing to joke with in Florida.
I wish y'all would have got what we got, which was a downgraded tropical storm from a tropical storm, from a hurricane to a tropical storm to what would you even call that came through here, Gay? I don't know, God, fucking weird. It was like we had rain with some Santa Ana winds. It wasn't even nothing different than what we've had here before. Yeah. It wasn't. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to make lighthearted.
In the middle of the night though, Dirty. That one night when we were live, because remember we were doing a show, and we were back here, and I was like, "There ain't shit happening." But the next morning, dog, I woke up and there was some fucking all kinds of tree branches everywhere.
I was up all night.
I don't know what the fuck happened over here though, but there were like tree branches everywhere in the morning. I was like, what the hell? Fucking made me do extra work.
I hope you ain't got to go to work, Brian. Nobody should have to go to work.
Stay safe. Stay sheltered, man. Just you know what I mean. Just be safe, man. Watch the music.
I hope the people who they asked to evacuated. You know what I mean? Just to be safe. Don't be like, oh, they don't know what to. Hey, look, that shit looked like a straight beast, bro.
Yeah.
The difference. You know what really saved California? Was the fact that when it came up, it had to face so much heat that it just kind of dissipated. You know what I mean? As it got closer to our shore. And they were showing how, you know what I mean? Because it was so fucking hot over here. I mean, it was hot. That shit, it can't survive in that heat. It just kind of like evaporates. And it was hot as fuck over here. So, it was hot as fuck today, too. It was like 100 fucking degrees. It was super fucking hot today. It was 101 today. But we on the way out. Twan, man, what you got going on? Where can they find you at, brother?
You can find me on YouTube. I'm hello everybody. I'm the rookie of YouTube content creating, but I'm not a rookie if you hear my conversation when it comes to Raider football. So definitely come check me out on Raider Twan. Subscribe, click the notification bell because I do go live at random, and I also do a lot of collaborations with a lot of the content creators out there. So you'll see me doing solo shows, but you'll also see me working with a lot of my brothers here, talking Raider football. And again, I am the chaplain of the NWA. So if you ever need prayer for you or your family members, hit me up on IG at Twan, TWUAN. And I always use this and I say this for real. You know what I'm saying? Your prayer, your issues and whatever else is going on with you is between me, you, and the Lord. I'm not going to put your business out there in the street. So you don't have to worry about me putting it out there on TMZ or anything else like that. Just me being concerned about you in prayer. So definitely hit me up on IG, and we can definitely have conversation and also be in prayer for whatever it is that you stand in need of prayer for.
Sir. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I thank you for being here. 50 billion things on the face of the planet you could be doing. The fact that you tuned in to me and my panel is greatly appreciated, more than I can verbally express. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Hope you was thoroughly entertained. I know everybody doesn't like me, but I know there's enough people in the world that do. So I appreciate you, seriously. And for those that don't, hey, look, I appreciate you too. At least you gave it a shot. At least you gave it an opportunity. It wasn't your thing. Cool. Not a big deal. You know, everybody ain't for everybody. But I think I'm for enough people. And that's why I keep showing up. And it's the people who keep showing up to watch, or live, or be it the replay. I thank you. I appreciate you. And as always, no matter how much it rains, you can never stop the sun from shining. Fuck who hates you. Who fucking loves you? Raider Nation, YouTube. Go get your sunshine, man. We out.